Yeah, we're getting a lot of good information, aren't we, guys? Thanks for joining us. A little bit of air. Okay. Hi. Okay, Instagram people are coming back in. Did you guys on Facebook have any other questions? I think I've gotten most of them. Make sure I'm not missing any of them. Hi, Patrick. On Instagram. I think I got most of you guys' questions so far. Let's give everybody a minute here. As always, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Hi, Marcia. Is Ranil on? I didn't see him earlier. There's Mr. Peter. There you go. Hi, Miriam with Rhymesbury. Natty Rob, thank you for joining us. Mr. Peter, yes.
I'm here.
Okay, we'll give everybody a couple more minutes.
Okay.
Marcia, I don't know if Ranil is on. If you guys want to, at the end, remember to post the webinar for Wednesday. Guys, the farmer to farmer webinars that they're giving us on Wednesdays have been phenomenal. Okay, so I'll remember to mention it to you guys again, and we'll send a post like either Tuesday or Wednesday to remind you guys about the seminars, because we're learning a lot of information. This past Wednesday especially was really good for us. We had an aha moment. We're like, what? So I would encourage you guys to join us too on that. All right. Hi, Mrs. Andrea. Thanks for joining us. All right, so we'll go ahead and see. So we were talking about financial versus technical. Were you done explaining any other kind of technical help that you guys give us? Or is there anything else that we missed on the technical aspect of that conversation?
I don't think so. I think we have done.
Okay. All right. So are there any benefits having a business account versus a personal account? So, for instance, if I come into PC Bank and National PC Bank, let me say this correctly. If I come into the National PC Bank and just decide just to do a personal account, or if I decide to do a business account, are there any benefits for using a personal account versus business, or business versus personal?
No, there aren't any. There aren't any benefits per se. Like if we do anything preferential for business accounts versus personal accounts. There aren't any differences. So, it is depending on the application you want it for, but there are no benefits per se one over the other.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to know. I think some of your other banks, however you want to term them, they do differentiate between personal and business. And I'm sure you know that, because I'm sure you kind of see what they do. Yeah, so they do differentiate between personal and business, meaning that with business you have more perks, so to speak. I don't know if perks is the right way to say it, but you have more options
because
as to what you
some of these traditional business offerings, we don't offer them at this time, like checking accounts and credit cards and stuff like that. So, we don't offer things like that at this time. So we haven't differentiated our offerings from business to personal at this time. We don't have any much differences.
Very good. So, from your experience, because you've been doing this for a while, all right, what are some of the top 5 challenges that you've noticed over the years that people have with starting a farm or getting started with business? What are some of the challenges? And it doesn't have to necessarily be bank related. You can expand that.
Okay, there's quite a few of them, but the ones I can talk about I've seen is common is starting up business. Capital is normally an issue with person starting up business for the first time, to get that initial cash injection to start out the business. Secondly, one of the challenges, and why we speak to this, and I have very, very detailed in terms of talking to getting a business plan. A lot of small businesses don't. They have an idea, but there's no plan.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Yes.
might think of goat farming. So I'm going to buy 10 goats, and by the end of the year, when these goats have kids, I'm going to have 20 goats, and I'm going to sell them, and all these things. So they have a business idea but no plan. And what happens now when the circumstances change,
Mm-hmm.
there you have to revise your idea. But if you had a plan, you could always adjust your plan to suit what happens in the market. So sometimes proper planning, and I don't blame proper planning in terms of the persons are just careless or nonchalant and don't want to plan. But you as a business person, and you have this idea in your head, you don't see all the pitfalls at the same time as everybody else. You look at it, oh, this is my business, it must work. But when you have a plan, and things change, you're able to look at both the pros and cons of the business to know what you can absorb, what type of risk you can take on, and stuff like that. And then with other businesses, what we have found out now, some businesses do well at a particular size. So, and what I mean like by that is, I know the aim of everybody is to grow a small business into a big business. But the economies of scale sometimes don't work out when you want to increase. So not all the time. If you say, all right, you're in goat farming, I'm trying to use goat farming now because I've been alluding to crops so many times. All right, so if I have two ram goats and three she goats this year, I am going to have 6 kids by the end of 4 months. So therefore,
Yes.
if I get if I get if I get 8 she goats and 2 rams, it's going to be 16. So but when you do it like that, and sometimes the economies of scale, diminishing returns start to set in someplace along the line. So having a fair idea of what obtains with the type of business you want to go in, you will try to understand. No, and what we find out now, because agriculture is relatively easy to go in,
Mm-hmm.
because even with crop production, somebody believes that, okay, I can just plant some tomatoes or plant some onions or plant some, because I hear that the demand for it is right now, or I can buy 2 goats and start doing goats. Not having a fair understanding of the technicalities of the operations is normally something that will draw you back. And then what happens, the financial institutions have to look on it from a perspective where we have to look at a numbers based arrangement. If And then what have some of us get caught up, and a co-worker of mine normally says, we drink our own Kool-Aid. We believe so much in our business,
Mm-hmm.
we don't look at the pitfalls. So therefore, when you go to a bank with a proposal and the bank says, oh, this proposal is not solid enough, you start bashing the bank. Oh, they don't do this, they don't have any vision, they don't this, the banks are not going to help us, the
And
banks
then
are
back
this.
to the small
But
man.
right, yes. Yes, and them not for the small man, and
He was right,
they don't believe in agriculture and everything. Exactly. So you see, some of the times we have to be very mindful of the type of business we're going in, and because some things are some passion for some person, so they're very passionate about it. So they might love it, but they don't know to translate the love into the bottom line. You understand? So you have to. So planning is a key factor in any type of business, even if it from agriculture to manufacturing. You have to look at it from a holistic standpoint to say, can I take on this business? What are the risks that I'm going to be exposed to? Can I afford to absorb these risks? And can I grow the business in an environment that is either so competitive or not competitive? So you have to have a holistic look. You can't just be operating the business within a vacuum. You have to look at the broader spectrum, look at the broader picture to see what will happen. You understand? So, planning, financing, and technical support are the major factors that I see hindering small businesses from starting.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Any other challenges? I think we already did two: cash infusion and planning.
Yes. Yeah. Cash infusion planning are one of those.
Hi, Dora.
Yeah, those are the major ones. The others are wrapped up in there.
Okay, they're
But
all wrapped up
it
in.
would be,
Okay.
yeah, all wrapped up in there. It would I would need like 2 more days to sit and explain what the other things to
Okay.
break them out. You understand? But planning, there's a lot of things go in planning, and a lot of things goes in cash
Correct.
infusion. You understand? And then the
Absolutely.
other thing too, with smaller businesses, what they don't have the comfort, and this goes back to cash injection and also planning. A lot of them don't have the luxury of a budget that can cushion any pitfalls or any mistakes you might make along the way. So you might come in and you have one dead $2 million and you're going to put it in the business. And if you realize that you need to spend another 1.5 to take the business another place, you don't have it. You understand? And then you get frustrated, and then you come to the bank with a business plan that you don't look through properly, and you don't look at the pitfalls, and the bank will tell you, boy, we can't finance this. Then the bank is fighting against the small man, and you know they don't have a vision and stuff like that. You understand? So it's a lot of things that are tied up in both the planning and the financial part of it that you'd have to have a totally different series to go through.
Absolutely. A huge part of planning that most people overlook is just doing the research. Again, they go, oh,
Exactly.
Mouse Joe down the street doing it and it's working for him.
Right,
Perfect.
right, right, right.
And
That's true. Hmm.
they haven't quantified it, but it claims they're making money and they're just like, well, I
Yeah,
can do that.
exactly.
And so
And
that's
that's where it comes back again. And then and these are happening with the micro business, if you understand. A lot of them confuse revenue with profits. So they make some money, so they believe, say, okay, yeah, I am making $50,000 a week, and they don't realize that it costs them $45,000 to make $50,000 a week.
yeah.
You understand? So we have to be very mindful of that in any type of business we're going. And as you said, you see one person do it and you get a better wheel.
Okay, go ahead. I don't know if that's me or
Yeah.
you. Go ahead.
I don't know what is happening here. Yeah, so as we're alluding to the fact that you said a lot of persons look at other businesses and think they can do it better. Believe they can improve on the wheel. I can make a better wheel. I can make a rounder wheel, or a bigger wheel, or what have you. So, research is really one of them. And you have to look at all the pros and cons in there.
Yeah. The funniest line I hear all the time, they might make money, man. They might make money. I'm like, well, what are their expenses? No, 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 but they might make enough money. Okay, well,
You understand? And some of the time you don't look at it, it take you 100,000, and some of these means take you $100,000 to make $20,000, but you're making money. You understand?
yeah, yeah,
So the bottom of the bucket will fall out if you continue to have things like that happen.
yeah. I guess we'll continue to do our part to help everybody and educate everybody. So you and I will keep that
Right,
mantra
right.
going, and the rest of us that are have that
Yes,
down.
and before, I think this is a very good initiative you're doing here. I must commend your team on
Thank
putting this together. It is very innovative, very timely in an environment where businesses are being challenged more, especially with this pandemic, and with our borders more or less. There are no borders now, so anybody can operate business from anywhere. You
absolutely.
understand? We have to ensure that we provide avenues where we can let the small person know that, yeah, this is you can still compete and you still can do. And one thing I must tell you though about businesses, if you have quality and if you have the best product, it means nothing until it is converted to the bottom line.
So
So
true.
your selling strategy and your promotion strategies are key. So you can have the best goat meat in the world, but nobody knows. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? You can plant the best tomatoes in the world, but nobody knows. You
Yeah,
understand? So you have to be able to communicate. So I think forums like these that give you're giving information and persons are able to more or less assimilate information that is out there. This is something I want people to keep in mind is, you know, and there's a quote about, if you make the better burst, the better mousetrap, the words are, will beat down your door. But if nobody knows that you have the better mousetrap, nobody will come. You understand? So you have to be able to sell your products in a way that all your time and all your effort in providing the quality will make sense for you on the bottom line.
Absolutely, and we thank you very much for that words of wisdom. So networking is a big thing too, guys. Networking.
Yes.
You can't network enough, because what somebody else can help you with the information. Within our group, we network quite a bit. I see Mr. Lincoln, I see Mr. Bartley, Dr. Young, Dr. Patrick. So we all network and talk to each other, and and help each other when we need to. So that's a huge thing, guys. I'm going to strongly recommend that. So there was another question on Facebook that says, how do you charge interest? Reducing balance or fixed? I hope I said that right.
Okay, all right. It's dependent on the loan facility. We have both fixed and reducing balance interest rates, and it depends on the product. Also, and this is what I'm saying now, you're able to, if we look at a lending situation for you and believe that a fixed interest, a fixed calculation versus what we call a reducing balance calculation will be more beneficial to you or the institution, we will opt for the best option that can work for both of us. You understand? So, although we have products that are calculated on using a fixed method and some calculating a reducing balance method, there's still the opportunity you have based on the strength of your proposal and how you're able to develop a relationship to give you the best possible option that will be both beneficial for you as our members and for us as the bank. Because remember, a part of a credit union is, because we're a member-based organization, what is beneficial to you is going to be beneficial to me. And what is beneficial to me, because it is your money and it is your bank. So therefore, we're going to always look at situations that is mutually beneficial to both parties. And if it's beneficial to you, it's going to be beneficial to me. So that is one of the strengths of the PC Bank. You're able to sit down and have a conversation, and we look at the best option forward.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. So, any overall advice or tips, words of wisdom to anybody either already in business or thinking about starting business? One of our attendees is 16 years old and he started his own farm. So, any words of advice to young, but yes, isn't that amazing? To young budding farmers, any one of us. I mean, we could even start older in life, but it's still new for us. So it's still a new venture for us. So, any words of advice you'd like to give us with?
Well, the first one, Monday morning, everybody go out and open a PC Bank account. That's one word of advice. That's one word of the advice. And as persons in the sector, agriculture, we do recognize the importance of agriculture to nation building. But a lot of lip service has been paid to it over the years. So we talk a good talk and, we don't see the walk. But I don't think, and then persons get frustrated when you believe that, some more should be done to assist farmers. But let us look at it this way, don't look at it as looking for a handout. You want somebody to assist you. Look at the value you can add to your business and to the offering, and sell your business on the value you can add. So what one of the things that used to happen is that a lot of assistance, aid funding used to come through the PC Bank, and these aid funding would be a joint funding, like you get a loan, and part of it would be some grant funding, because we work closely with the Development Bank of Jamaica, so sometimes we have programs that will offer you some benefits based on what you're doing. But what I'm seeing is that a lot of persons in agriculture believe that because we're so important to nation building, agriculture is, you're owed something. We are, the country owes you, the bank owes you. You owe us to be helping us, and then it comes out in how you present your business. Nobody owes anybody anything in business. You have to go out there and get it. You have to scrap for it, and it's a very ultra competitive market now. So you have to go out and scrap and fight and do what you have to do. But building value for your brand is very important. So training is important, packaging is important, customer service is important. So we should stop look at ourselves as farmers, as persons look down on it. Oh, because you're under you're in dirty clothes and you have to be using a fork, or you have to be, or you smell like a goat now and again. We don't look don't you don't look at those to be pitfalls. You look at those to be things that would add value to your brand because you're involved in business to grow it. So in and
But it
all
just
I'm
smell
saying
of
now,
money.
well, money doesn't spell too good all the time.
Oh,
Um, but what we ought to do now is you highlight the value that your business can offer and be in your business to understand the intricacies of your business and of your market so you can offer this as value. You understand? So adding value is something that is critical to any type of business, especially agriculture, when we understand how important agriculture is in terms of food security. So, we shouldn't even be bother looking at people bantering food security and health for agriculture and everything and believe that anybody owes us anything. We need to step up to the plate and do what we have to do because they need to eat. We need to produce. We need to do that, and we know the need is there. But we can't sit and wait on people to bring these things to us before we can benefit. We should take it to them. So I am implore persons in agriculture to be more proactive in your approach. Just don't sit and wait, and don't believe because, you plant 2,000 pounds of yam, it will get sold. You understand? You need to go out there and do what you have to do because there's somebody next door to you planting 2,000 pounds of yam too. You understand? There's somebody up the road planting 2,000, So you should always look at where to add value. And why I'm saying add value, there's a lot of value added activities you can take on. If you realize that, for example, you have breadfruit and everybody's going to the market to buy breadfruit. You make a breadfruit chip, you make something else, you understand? You add value to it. So you can, differentiate yourself from everybody else is doing the same thing. Because there's no difference between, and I know people will tell you, there's no difference between a pound of yam that is grown two different locations in Trelawney. You understand? So you have to do something to differentiate yourself from the next person who is beside you doing the same business. So it either can be customer service where you're much more friendly and much more accessible, or you're able to take this to your customers more efficiently than your competitor. So we should always be looking at value added because the homogeneity of agriculture, it is something that it is hard for anybody to stand out in the marketplace if everybody's selling the same product.
absolutely.
But there should be something different about your product, which might not be the physical product itself. It can be a selling method. It can be something else that
A
will
service.
add value to
Yeah.
your offering.
Provide a solution.
Right. Good.
That's all.
Exactly.
Provide
Provide
a
a
solution.
solution.
Yes,
Right.
definitely.
Good. Good. Good.
Right. And customer service. Okay, do we even want to start in customer service? I won't go down that road. But customer service, it's a huge problem in Jamaica. It's like,
Yes, it is. It is.
I'm
It
here to
is.
spend my money and this is the way you treat me.
Exactly.
So,
It is a problem.
mhm.
It is a problem. It is a problem. And it's a cultural problem. But you know, if there's a deficit in the market for that and you can use that as a selling point, I can guarantee you will be, head and shoulders above persons who don't offer a simple thing as customer service.
Yes, customer service can go a
Mm.
long way. Now, you also mentioned JDDB. I think I said that right. It's so funny because
DBJ.
J, okay, whatever the acronym is. Thank you.
It's the Development Bank of Jamaica, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll get it right
The
after we
Bank
get done.
of
But
Jamaica.
anyway, so I was talking to somebody today. I met a farmer today. I didn't actually. He teaches at the high school, but then he also does farming on the side. And I was encouraging to come on and listen. I said we have this great guy that's coming on. He's going to tell us how to access money. And he's like, "Oh, really?" He's like, "I don't think that's for the small farmer." I'm like, "Well, why do you say that?" He said he went to the what is it? JDDB?
DBJ. DBJ.
He went to them because he heard about programs that they had, and he went to them to ask them for money. And he said by the time he got there, all of the money was given out to the bigger farmers. So he, in his mind, a lot of these programs are not tailored to small farmers. So I didn't see him online. I hope he was online. If he wasn't online, I'm going to tell him to watch the video so you can see that the National PC Bank is definitely for small and medium-sized farmers.
Let me tell you something about the DBJ. Although they're a development bank, they work with intermediary institutions such as the PC Bank. So if there's a program that you see the DBJ offering, they would sometimes send you to an associated bank to start the initiate the process. So the PC Bank has long been a partner with the DBJ, where to be the intermediary bank between the member and the DBJ. So if there are programs there that you see and you want, they're going to send you to an intermediary bank. The PC Bank normally provides that facility for persons who want to interact with the DBJ to get the funding for particular programs.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. I guess nobody told him that because he just said, well, I went there and couldn't get any funds. So now we know, guys. So we have to interact with the National PC to get access to a lot of these.
Yeah, you can interact with them. I'll tell you, it's a conversation. I gave up my number. I'm willing to accept any calls whenever they explain anything clear to them, and point you in the right direction.
Oh, and guys, if you need us, if you didn't get his number and you need it, just DM us and we'll be happy to share that with you guys as you need it. And I'm just telling you, saw him on Facebook and Instagram Live. All right. Now, one question I had that I almost missed. Do you guys do any grants or just loans?
We do loans. Grants would come through some arrangement with intermediaries such as the DBJ. So if there's grant funding available for a project, because what like the green project that we do, the solar project, what previously happened was you were able to come to us for the loan, right? But the DBJ would offer you some grant funding to do like an energy audit.
Okay.
So you're going to buy the solar panels from the equipment through our loan, but you would need money to do an energy audit to say, okay, I would need this thing. DBJ at one point had offered some facility like that where, because they're pushing the whole environmental thrust. That was an issue. That was one of the grant situations that went through. But by ourselves, we don't offer grant fund.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Okay. So guys, any other questions? I think I went through all my questions or everything that I wanted to cover. I'm trying to see if I missed any other questions. I think you did a phenomenal job answering everybody's questions as we went on. And you should have a lot of people sign up for the National PC Bank after this.
I really hope so.
Faithful audience.
I really hope so that Monday morning my bringing and I can directing people to the nearest branch where you can be opening your accounts, getting ready to get your loans, getting ready to start saving, getting ready. And you see, the good thing about, although we know times are a little bit tough and, sometimes when you make the money in the right hand, it's spent with the left hand. We should try to develop a saving habit. Yeah. And I know, and I know this thing because even if you can put away a small amount, it will you put it down. One of the strengths of the PC Bank, because we don't have, and the other day when I was talking to a member about this, because I was telling the member, okay, we'll be getting our online system soon, so we can use the online banking, and we're going to be with debit cards and everything. And this member has been with us over some 40 odd years. And the member was saying, no, she don't want any debit card or any online thing like that, because when she put her money at the PC Bank, she put it there for save. That means that now I don't want trouble it, so I don't have no access to it until I want it. You understand? So these are the persons we have who are always saving. So we're very proud of our savings portfolio because our members are saving members. You understand? So they keep
That's good.
saving. Regardless of any little thing, small as it is, they're always saving. So this is where I know that, you know, rural Jamaica where we operate in, there's a savings culture that is there. So people save a lot. You understand? So and I would encourage people, yeah, save because you know the other day a lot of persons who had saved a whole lot of money with us realized that okay, this is a point where I there's lockdown, so I need money. So let me go knock on the PC bank door and get some of that money I've been putting away all this time. You understand? So
And you can say in the savings account there is some interest. You guys give interest on that, right? It's not a whole
yeah,
lot.
yeah, there interest are paid on savings, but to be honest with you, it is nothing to write home about.
Okay.
With all financial institutions, savings accounts, the interest that you earn on them
Okay.
is minimal. So it's just a better place than to keep your money than under your mattress. And then if it's for a member-based organization, you have access
Uh-huh.
to a whole lot of other benefits. You
Okay.
understand? So just don't look at it as savings, and you know you have access to benefits when you do business with the PC as a member.
Well, I'm all about online, so hopefully you guys are gonna be able to come online pretty soon.
Come on, we can get online. We're coming soon with online.
Okay.
It's just a little bit delayed because of the situation that obtained now, but we're coming online.
Okay. Very good. Brian and Lester, I see you guys. Thanks for joining us. All right. Any other question, guys? See Nicardo. I hope I said that right on Facebook Live as well. Any other questions, guys? Like I said, I think you did such a great job of explaining everything. One of the things I'm going to remind you guys of is the fact that Mr. White mentioned the allied services. So I think for many of
Mhm.
us, especially as farmers, we kind of neglect the insurance and the certain different
Yes.
coverages. So I definitely would encourage you guys, and I am gonna look into those too because I don't have much going on down here, so I gotta figure it out for down here too. So, but yeah,
Mhm.
those are definitely good tools to look into as well. All right.
Mhm.
Gosh,
Yes,
I
they
can't
are.
think of anything else. Anything? Did I miss anything? Did we cover everything?
No, I think you asked me everything you
All right.
would want to ask me.
Yes.
You know,
Go
I
ahead and
think we
give us your number
spend.
again, please, Mr. White. Go ahead and give
So
us
the
your number
number is
again.
817-4685.
All right. And just remember, I have to put 876 before that, guys. And if you didn't get the number, just DM us and we'll be happy to share that information with you guys, okay? But Mr. White, you are phenomenal. Thank you so, so much. And again, we know we kind of scrunched your time there because he had other commitments, but he was a trooper, guys, and he came through for us, and we definitely
Okay.
do appreciate it. And we are looking
Okay.
forward to building a long-standing relationship with you.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it, and I must commend you guys again on this initiative. I think it's a wonderful initiative.
Thank you very much. And we do appreciate you guys and everybody that has shared with us. Remember, guys, next Wednesday, come join the Farmer to Farmer webinar. It's on Zoom. It's like a 2-hour session. Don't look at the time. It's a lot of wonderful information on especially my small room. And so please join us, and we will share that link probably Tuesday or Wednesday, so you guys can remember to join us. So, as always, you guys are phenomenal. Invite other people to come and share with us, guys, and also to review the videos after the fact. Facebook Live. Thank you guys for joining us, and I'll see you guys again. We'll see you guys next week.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a great evening, everybody, and stay safe from COVID, everybody. All right. Good night. Thank you, Facebook Live.